So for the lacing bar, you need a long strip of fabric like this. So the width of the fabric, I cut it straight. The width of the fabric is 1.75, almost 2 inches, very close to 2 inches. It's more than 1.75, but it's not up to 2. So because I'm working with 1/4 inch boning, that's 0.25 boning. But if you're making use of 0.5 boning, that means you should have it as wide as 2.5 inches. I hope you're getting it. So to fix this, I'll be working with just one side like this, then I'll do the other one. The right side of the satin facing the right side of the lining. Then make sure that you align this properly. Then you have this longer by 1 inch. That means the satin should be longer by 1 inch like this. Then you sew it down with 1/4 inch, not half an inch. Make use of 1/4 of an inch so that you don't hold it too deep. So you just sew it down, and you have to arrange the fabric and the lining, and you maintain that 1/4 inch seam like this. When you get to this part, you cut the fabric, the excess fabric out, but you need to leave like 1 inch at the hem too, you see? So you won't trim it exact. So after doing it like this, the next thing you're going to do is to sew down the regiline boning on it, on the black fabric, that's satin fabric. So this is my regiline boning. I'm placing it like, you can place it anyhow. You can place it like this, because after flipping it over, you want it to be this way. That means you'll be sewing it like this. So you just take out, this is the seam allowance. After sewing it, make sure you flip the seam allowance to this side. Can you see? Then you sew the regiline boning. Here, you need to come down by at least 0.25 from this part, so you don't have the boning trapped into your allowance. So I'll just sew this down and I'll show you the process, so you don't start asking me questions. How did you go about it? So yes, you sew it very close to the first seam that you have there. So yes. And make sure that your line is straight. Remember, this seam line will show at the right side of the fabric. So you keep doing it like this. You have to be very careful with this. If you're working with the half-inch regiline boning, it will be much more easier than this, because I'm sewing with very tiny parts. I'm sewing on very tiny parts of the boning. So this is the sewable boning. Don't go and get the plastic boning. You can't achieve this with the plastic boning. You can only achieve it with the regiline boning. So you keep doing it. So when you get to the hem, remember what I told you, that you should stop at least 0.25 away from the hem. Or you can as well make it 0.5. So keep doing it. And make sure you guide it, because it's very small. So next you want to do now is to secure this. You're going to flip this to the right side. This is the right side. This is the right side. And you want to check how neat the seam is. The seam is very neat. So the next thing you're going to do now is to sew another one, another boning. The second boning you'll be sewing depends on the size of the eyelet you're working with. The eyelet I'm working with is just 0.8 mm eyelet. That's the width of the eyelet. So I'm working with 8 mm, this is 8 mm. So I'll leave width of 8 mm in between. Then I'll sew the boning down on it again. So this is how I love to sew it. Another way is to use your eyelet. You can just take the eyelet and use the eyelet to gauge it. So you'll be very sure. But because I'm used to doing this, I know what I need exactly. So when you get to this point, you cut out like this. Okay, so I've gone ahead to stitch down the bonings. Can you see? So I've sewn it down on both sides. So the next thing you're going to do now is to turn this part. You're going to tuck it in like this. Can you see? Then you flip it to the side like so. Can you see? Then I'll go ahead and secure this with pins because we don't want it to disturb you while sewing. So just use like 2 to 3 pins to secure this together. Then this part, so you're going to tuck it inside. Like this. And you pin it down too. So the next thing you'll be doing now is to sew this other side down. You need to tuck it inside. This part, just put it in. You have to be careful with this because I'm working with very small seam allowance. So tuck it inside. And sew it down. And make sure that your fabric is not rumpled underneath. So you make it straight and thin like this. So you keep doing this. So remember what I said, you're going to tuck in this part. Like so. Then the next thing you're going to do now is to top stitch on this line and this line just to hold the boning. You need to secure it firmly to the fabric. I've top stitched on the boning. So you can see that I have 1, 2, 3 seam lines on the lining, on the right side of the lining. So there are 3 seams lined there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to install the eyelets. Can you see it? This is the right side and here is the wrong side. So to achieve this, the first thing you're going to do is to measure the length of the modesty panel. Like you measure from here to here. What I did is that I came down from the upper part by 1/2 inch, so I marked it. So after the first mark, I marked 1 inch. I made sure that I have distance, like the interval is 1 inch from each other. So after marking it down, you're going to bore hole into the fabric. You have to be very, very careful. This is a soldering iron. Can you see it? This is a soldering iron. So you have to plug it. Then make sure that it's very, very hot. So when it's hot, you place it on the fabric like this. You need to be very careful so that you don't bore the part that you don't want on your fabric. Can you see? So can you see the hole? Just take your time and bore it like this. And if you're working with white fabric, all you need to do is to get a fabric, maybe like a calico, to wipe off the tip so that it doesn't stain the fabric, but it works perfectly So after boring hole like this, I'll just put this down. Then you're going to take the grommet. This is the grommet. Can you see it? It's higher like this. So the grommet, you will place it inside this hole. You're going to insert it into this hole like this. You see? And in case the hole is too small, you can take the soldering iron to make it wide. But what I have here is just the exact size. Can you see? This is the exact size that I'm working with. So you're going to place the washer on this grommet like so. Then after doing this, you need to take your rivet machine. So you're going to place it on the rivet machine. Can you see it? Then you just press the rivet machine down like just twice, and you can see how easy it is. So this is how to go about the installing of the eyelets.